Okie dokie. Comic 52. Looks like a whole lot of talking heads and then some sort of strange flame at the end, so let's read through it. Well, I'm glad you finally come to terms with how Julie and I feel about each other. Also, you've given up your futile. Why can't I spell? Spell. I can spell futile. Look, there it is, spelled. Also, how you've given up your futile global conquest. It's very big of you to accept this, and I'm pretty impressed that after that initial reaction, you've harbored no hard feelings. Wow. It's easy to type, but to say out loud, it's these lines just don't roll off the tongue. Are you sure you don't want to try this perfectly innocent health shake? Be sure to inhale the fumes. For the last time, no. Alright, so Jeff has infinite smiliness is also slightly unscrupulous and maybe a little sadistic. Whether or not it's a joke, I mean, they are cartoon characters, so it doesn't have to be realistic that they have murderous intent. Very big. I don't like how that middle line isn't very wide. I mean, I tried going to the edges with the text in most of the panels, most of the comics overall, but in that middle one, I guess I just... Very big of you too. I think the word accept would have fit more on that front one. One of the things I did an awful lot when I was adding the text is trying to figure out which line to put the text on. Or if one word didn't fit, you need to go to a new line. Would that one fit back there? Did I have to shrink things down? So, for example, you've harbored no hard feelings. Maybe that was you have no hard feelings, and I just kind of switched it around, added words, and so I changed the words back and forth quite a lot. Actually, one of the things I haven't talked about before is how I mentioned that I draw the comic, and then I'd scan it in, and then I'd add the text. Because I have such a bad short-term memory, what would usually happen is I'd draw the comic, thinking to myself, yeah, that's what I'll have him say, kind of something like this in this first panel, and something a little like this in the second panel, a little like this, and just have basic ideas. But sometimes when I scanned it in and looked at it again, I thought, what was I going to have them say? I actually physically? Can you physically forget something? Memory isn't really a physical thing. I would literally forget. I would actually forget. Screw the adverbs. I would forget what I meant for them to say. So if I looked at this one, I would have thought, oh, bro, that was really a fun time. We really had lots of good times. Oh, how about you try some of this new incense candle that I've got? I don't like lavender. See, that's why that's funny. So usually when I draw something and I'd forget what the text was that I had in my head, it would be less funny than it originally was. So probably a lot of these comics that I don't really like anymore were ones that I had a great idea and then I forgot about it. I'm all about that. I forget about great ideas all the time. Talking heads. What color shirt is Jeff back to his uniform? Yeah, he's back to his uniform. You can tell because there's a little stripe around his collar. Perfectly innocent health shake. Try one of our perfectly innocent changing rooms. That's probably where the perfectly innocent quotes came from. Zalgon 26 McGee by Radio Free Vestibule. Technically the Vestibules. Anyway, I'll link to that one as well because that one's awesomely hilarious. So, yeah, there's not much more I can say about this, so we'll try Comic 53 tomorrow.